Hi everyone. So this is Ajay. I'm here to let you know about how a cybersecurity future-based works and jobs are there, and what are the exact things cybersecurity is doing to our entire day-to-day life, and how important cybersecurity is going to be in future and now, since it is going to be a must require domain for all other technologies which you are going to use in futures too. So to start with, simple words like everything is going to internet nowadays. Like whatever we are using in day-to-day life, it is moving to internet, and making it as an automated one. Artificial intelligence is taking a role now, and based on these things, there are a lot of data they are gathering and making it as a user friendly for great experience for users. So whatever it is, even though artificial intelligence is going to overcome it, or else a software is going to be built for a manual process, what we are doing, everything is going to be in internet for everyone's access, in kind of a website, or even it can be a application app, whatever it is. So wherever internet is coming to in picture, there requires a security. Without cyber security, nothing can be exposed in internet. That is not only for our security, it is as per government norms. Security is a must part of getting approvals for making things move internet. So that's how, whatever it is, we have a scope for job opportunities in cybersecurity. Since it is not an old domain, it is going to be like a 10 to 15 years old domain, just 10 to 15 years. So you can only see maximum of 10 to 15 years of experienced people in this domain, in particular early in this domain. So there are a lot of vacancies available for cybersecurity for next few years. Maybe after that it can become more personalities available for this domain. So it is a fast running domain. So wherever we are ready to take up this role, there is an opportunity for them. So just want to make it clear before starting it, because many are having a confusion like why it is cyber security. It can also be automated like that. But let me clarify one thing. Security cannot be automated, because every day a new type of risks are getting raised in our day-to-day life. Hackers are getting increased, and uh, there are a lot of new risk are arising every day. So which cannot be identified by particular software like antivirus, whatever it is. It needs human support to do that. Maybe work control can become a human support is required of 80%, and 20% automation tools can take over. But definitely 100% is not possible. That's why we have a cyber security. If it is possible, definitely it will be implemented in a software itself. A separate domain called security would have not raised. Okay, so here we are going to see what is cybersecurity and what are some basic risks we have, and a deep knowledge about it. Okay, so to start with, uh, first topic will be saying is what is cybersecurity now. So simple, cybersecurity is nothing but giving protection for a system which is exposed to the internet. Okay, it can be a system, it can be a software, it can be even a small, even our mobile is also a hardware-based software, right? So that is also a internet exposed system. So wherever internet exposed system is there requires a security that is called cyber security. Okay, to protect it, we are following three different techniques. I mean, we can call it as terms also. The major three different terms. One is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So confidentiality, let me start up here. So it is also called as CIA triad. Triad is nothing but we will be making it, why it is shown as in a triangle format is just to say all are equally important. All the three corners are equally important. So C is also important, integrity is also important, confidentiality is important, availability is also important. All the three is equally important to maintain a security. So these are the baseline standards. So first is confidentiality. So confidentiality is nothing but, as you know, making things secret. So if something is given access for a particular amount of people, then they only should access it, not more than that. So for example, if two people are going to, there is we can take a apartment as an example here. So apartment where husband or wife are staying together, and they will be having a single key for that. So that should be a confident, that key is going to be in a confidential thing. If it is going to be duplicated, then we are lost this confidentiality here. So wherever we have access for a particular person, they should only need to access it. So that secret should be maintained. So that term is called as confidentiality. So that is the first point to be covered in security. And next thing is, another major thing is integrity. Integrity is nothing but non-modification of data. We can take as a example of a check, okay, a checkbook. If I'm writing a check for some 10,000 rupees to so and so person and giving to him, what if there is no 100% chance of modifying it to a lakh rupees or as 10 lakh rupees? You can also modify it based on few tricks they can do it. So it should not be done. That is called integrity. So how it is used in technology world is, we can make use of mails now. So if I'm sending a mail like it is not approved, okay, then a receiver will be receiving that mail, and it is highly possible to modify it as a approved one by deleting the not letter. It is very simple to modify mails nowadays, but how we can identify it is really not modified or not? So that is called integrity. So those integrity should be maintained by using few techniques like license, SSL certificates. So there are trusted things. Whatever we are sending from a sender point of view, it should be accepted by receiver end. So that is corrected by few in and out encryption techniques and SSL certificates are there. So two technical we'll be getting to know in the exact syllabus. And this is why integrity is also a major, plays a major part here. And next thing is availability. So third main rule, availability is, even though confidentiality is here, integrity is here, but if there is no availability completely, for example, we can take it a lot of government websites. Okay, we'll be having our certificates, birth certificates, house agreements, so whatever it is, everything will be there, but the website will be down all the time. So there is no use of that, right? So to making it available 24/7 is also a major role of security. So making it down is also a security cost. So that's why it is a third point. So these three plays a major role to maintain the security for a software system, whatever it is, server, whatever it is. Okay. So the next main thing we are going to learn about is security and privacy. Difference between security and privacy. Many don't understand what is security and privacy. So they may think it as giving protection. So that is called security. And what is privacy? Then that is also giving protection. So it's absolutely fine, but there is a slight difference between these two. So one thing is, first, privacy. What is privacy means? Making things confidential. So your personal details should be confidential. So for example, if there is a form, they are asking for, you're going to register for some social media account, so and so we can say, it is asking for a lot of personal details, date of birth, and a lot of personal detail, name, father name, mother name. So a lot of details it will be asking. So these things are to identify your age and your level of maturity to handle that social media. That's absolutely fine. But what if a social media account is going to ask your bank account details, your father name, mother name? It is not really required, right? So why it is required for accessing a social media? So you need to understand those things, and you need to provide only the details which is really required for that particular thing to be happen. Okay, that is called privacy. So privacy is completely depending on their own. Your own security is privacy. You need to handle your privacy. Okay. And once the details are provided to a particular person, so now your date of birth, mobile number, email ID, name, first name, last name. So everything is with that social media company, right? So that need to be protected. That is mandatory detail. You can't able to avoid it, but it should be protected. So that's where security comes in. So whatever details you are provided, that should be protected. So that is called security. So now these are the two different difference between security and privacy. Okay. So then, what is a cyber crime? Cyber crime is nothing but only a physical assaultments will happen in cyber crimes, and there are a lot of internet world involved in here, and whatever you do, that is going to be against the policy or violation, that is going to be called as a cyber crime in internet world. Okay, so how it is happening? Only two ways of cyber crimes are possible. Wherever it go, how many methods may come, but these two methods will be coming as a top master method of all the attacks. Okay, one is computer as a target. So computer is nothing but it can be your laptop, mobile, whatever it is, even your smartwatch, whatever it is. So that is called as a computer. So that computer as a target, we will be taking a computer as a target to make it happen. Okay, I'm attacking some mobile, that is also that will come under computer as a target. So how we'll be doing these things is we can do hacking, we can inject a virus, we can do a DOS attack. So these things will be learning in detail in next slides. Okay, so these are some of the methods to attack a computer. Okay, the next thing is computer as a weapon. So it is simple like how a mobile can be attacked by using another computer or another device only. Simply without using a computer, we can't able to do anything, right? So computer, we are going to target a computer by using a computer. So that's what these two categories are meant for. Okay. And next thing, so as I said, we'll be seeing a type of attacks like here we see, so that hacking, virus, worms, DOS attacks are there, right? So there are some more attacks also possible. So in that selectively, I have picked few interesting topics to be covered by what are the cyber attacks, type of cyber attacks can be done in this internet world. Okay. First thing is hacking. So hacking, in simple terms, everyone know that what is hacking, right? That is also they are saying like a modification in a computer system without the owner permission. That is called hacking. Okay, without my permission, if someone is going to access my system or mobile or my own personal device, that is called hacking. Okay, so it can be by injecting a virus, or else it can be by stealing my password. So whatever it is, everything will comes under hacking. Okay, and here it is mentioned like a lot of government websites are getting hacked, right? Why? Because government websites are having huge data of a person. Maybe not in India, but in all foreign countries, government is having a deep, in-depth detail of each and every personals. For us also, we have other details, right? What if Aadhaar card details got leaked through to hackers? Your fingerprint, your eye nose scanning. So whatever it is, everything is going to be uh, under government database nowadays. Okay, so that's why it is a huge target because data plays a major role in future. So using this data, they can provide you what you require for what you are going to be, uh, how you can able to buy something. So it is going to be business world by using data. So that's why government websites are targeted a hotspot than a banking sector. Why? Because banking sector is not easy to get hacked. Okay, it is not like a movie like we can able to hack and get all the data because They are storing a lot of public money, and huge storage will be there, right? So they have multiple layers of protection for it, and there's a huge security team to make it happen. So that's why instead of taking risk by banking sectors, they will come to government websites, like they can steal the data and then go to banking sectors as a legal banker. Okay, so that's why it is not mentioned here. And most thing which everyone we are experiencing in day-to-day life is phishing. Phishing is one of the topmost technique in hacking. So it is simple, like you will be getting a lot of unwanted messages, mails, messages, whatever it is. Definitely messages will be the most known thing for everyone. You'll be receiving like so and so account, your account has been debited with 8 lakhs rupees. To access it, kindly fill this and submit these for application. So, or else click this link to get this product for 1 rupee in Amazon. So these are all some examples of phishing. So what is going to happen if by using these links and all? It is simple, like whenever you click a link, unwanted links through phishing, there will be injected software in that link. Whenever you click it, you are giving a permission like, okay, run in my device. That's how a script is getting generated. Okay, if I'm creating a script like to access anyone's camera who is going to click this link, okay, then I'm injecting that software in a particular link, and I'm sending it through a message like, uh, if you register here, you'll be getting this pen drive for 1 rupee in Amazon. Okay, many of them will get to know that, and they will click it. So how I will be programming that, like uh, to execute that software, that click is going to be commanded as yes for me. Okay, if someone is going to click that link, that is going to be accepted as a yes for me. Okay, as per the software which I have programmed. Okay, so whenever I click that link, that file is going to be executed in my device, and automatically your complete mobile access is going to be with me. I can anytime open your camera, anytime enable your mic, anytime I can see the transactions or your account balance through messages, whatever it is. I can read your messages. So how I have scripted it, based on that, the details I can able to receive it. Okay, this is the major thing happening in phishing. So even credit card details, debit card details, bank login IDs, I can mirror your screen also through phishing links. Okay, this is one of the biggest threat we are experiencing nowadays, and future is also up to this, because everyone will not be aware of this, right? So by knowing in these things, and we need to spread the awareness to make it more secure. So even though we are becoming more secure, hackers are also come to know that how to make sure to believe the message it is from a real company only, real company or real organization, whatever it is. So that's how they'll be framing that messages and making you believe. Even mails also you'll be receiving, like unwantedly you will be receiving some mails like click here, or else a discount of 20% is there. So these are all not exactly the discounts you are getting from the exact company or store, shop, whatever it is. In that image also they can implement a link which is going to generate a script in your device. Okay, so that's how phishing will happen. To avoid this, again, we need a cyber security to be involved here, and we need more knowledge sharing things to be happen. And to restrict it, we need to have firewalls inbuilt with our device, and base and antivirus also should be there. So there are a lot of things to learn about to filter phishings. Okay, so this is how a phishing attack will happen. First, send out, if a hacker was going to send um, too many messages to a lot of senders. Okay, it can be a huge group of people. Okay, he'll be sending same mail to them, and whenever one clicks that, it will automatically compile and it will get into that device particularly. It will compile means it will execute in a software running manner, and it will execute, and whatever you want, you can able to get those details through this technique. That's how a phishing attack will happen. Okay. And next thing, spam email. So this is also a phishing type, but spam email is more dangerous than phishing. Why? Because it will have, phishing may have a virus which will be injected with a malfunctioning softwares. But in spam emails, there are a lot of another viruses called as spyware, worms. These are also called as some attacks which is going to be happening in cyber security world. So why the different names or means? Virus is kind of a software which is going to take your accesses, but Trojan also is going to be kind of a same kind of software will have different targets to achieve in the particular device. Not only your data, it can also be inside your device for a long time to make yourself as a their slave, act yourself as a slave. Without your permission, they may send messages through your devices. So that can be Trojan horse. So there are a lot of different viruses are there. So those viruses can travel through a spam email. Why it is spam? Why it is alone called a spam email? Since it is having this much of data, irregular data, that's why it is called as spam emails. Okay, so that's how Google or Outlook, whatever the mailbox you are going to use, they have a particular filter for spam emails. So all the mails will be scanned by identifying whether it is having Trojan, spyware, virus, worms, whatever it is. And whenever they identify something is there, it will be moved to spam email. So that's why it is called a spam email. Okay. Next. So here it is called as this one is another easy technique anyone can able to do. It is one of the most dangerous technique for make a competitor down. Okay. It is called as DOS or DDoS. Full form is denial of service. Okay. So for a DOS attack, what is a DOS attack means? We can take example of a university website. Okay, there is a university website. In that university website, result will be published every quarter. There will be a result will be published, right? So whenever students, for we can take it as 50,000 students are studying in that university, and everyone are going to access that website in during the result time between 5 to 10 minutes, right? Okay, so if that is the case, that server should be having a capacity of accommodating more than 50,000 plus users at the same time. Okay, why? Because everyone will be opening lot of same person can open many windows too. Okay, many again duplicate their windows, and they can even search it again and again. So it should be against the overflow to overcome this bandwidth. So if they are failing to do that, okay, if 50,000 students are there and only 20,000 users can able to access that website at a time, what is going to happen is automatically the website will become down and server will be turned off. Okay, for universities, it is not a matter of making a server down, but coming to MNCs, organization and all, if a server is getting down, there is a huge loss for them. Okay, because while signing a contract, there will be an agreement between the client and organization stating that it should be available 24/7. And if there is a maintenance activity also, there is an allowed time period for making it down. Okay, if that allowed time period is crossed, then there is a huge loss of pay they need to pay for that client for it. Okay, so because of this, server downing is going to make an organization less competitor compared to other one. So we can take another example of company A and company B. Okay, A company is going to be a competitor of B company. So A is the number one company and B is going to be second top company here. So if B wants to overcome them, they can even try this method to do that, but it is not advisable for them. It is not a healthy way to overcome them. To make it understand, I'm taking it as an example. So if there is a picture to show here, so you can see a attacker system here. So this can be a organization attacker. Okay, he will be having a few master systems which will be tagged with huge number of slave systems. Okay, so when an attacker executes something, that will be executed through master system by the slaves. Okay, so if company A's website is particular server is going to have log on user list of minimum 30,000 users can able to access at the same time. But if the slaves are more than that 30,000 and attacker is trying to execute it, automatically the victim means a company system, so it will get down, this server will get down, and which will provide a huge loss for that organization in kind of a loss of pay to the client. Okay, this how and not only a loss of pay, it will reduce the reputation. It will reduce the reputation of the company to believe that client will think like, okay, this company will get down so many times and we may change the provider again. So that's how competition will happen between these companies and organizations through this DDoS attack. It is kind of making it dead, making a system dead. So that is called DOS or DDoS attack. Okay. And next thing, malware. So you would have known about this word called malware. So malware is nothing but it is again a software. It is a master name for virus, worms, trojans, spyware, all the viruses. It is a master name for those viruses. Okay, malfunctioning software, that is called a malicious software or malware, whatever it is. Okay, it is completely depending on a hacker who needs what from the victim. Okay, everyone will be in need of any detail. Okay, it can be money related detail, it can be some pictures, it can be some productivity effort, it can be stealing of their own softwares. So whatever it is, it depends on the hacker requirement. So what he require, based on that he will create a program, and that program will be named as virus, worm, or trojan. Under which category it will come, they will be naming it like that, and it will be injected through phishing, spam mail, even through pen drives, even through publishing it in a website. When we try to get into some websites, right, there will be a lot of advertisements publishing there, like click here, something, it will be coming, like. So that is also a malware institution. Whenever you click it, right, automatically something will get downloaded without knowing yourself. You will come to know that after some time you didn't download these things, but it is still reflecting in your system. How it will happen without your permission? So that's how a software is designed. So they will inject those things in your system without your knowledge. Okay, so that is called as malware. Malware will be a virus or whatever it is. So that's how they have said here, it is viruses are programs that attach themselves to the computer or a file, then calculate themselves to other file. So it will get into your system and it will be acting like a same file which is already available in your system. You can't able to identify in your normal eye. Sometimes you can identify, like in pen drives you can see like program files or volume information. So these things will be there. These are all some highlight showing that some virus is already injected in this device. So immediately what you should do, right, you should format it, or you should give a antivirus run through, or else you need to give it a complete scanning of removing the virus from that particular devices. Okay, that's how it will happen. So this is called as malware. Okay, and then ransomware. So nowadays these names will be very popular. Most of them knows what is ransomware, or else many would have known about ransomware, or else heard about ransomware. As said here, it is a really scary word in MNC world. Why? Because that much of instead of having a virus injected, ransomware is a very high threatening thing for organizations nowadays. Why? Because ransomware will not steal data. Ransomware will not delete data. It will do a simple thing called protecting a data. Then why it is called as a virus? It will protect, like, let me take an example of, I'm having a, complete database. My programs are stored in a database in a particular file in my device. Okay, a competitor will identify it and they will get into our system, and uh, if we inject that software, ransomware software, inside our system, and that will do completely encrypt all the files. Encrypt in the sense, it will not take the file from our system to system or her system, whatever it is. It will have the files in our system only, but it will be protected with passwords. Okay, it will be protected with passwords. You will not be aware of that password. It is not a user-friendly password too. It will be, right, a computer automated password will be something like, will have a lot of symbols, numbers, alphabets, small letters, extensions, whatever it is. So that type of password will be protected for your file. So you have your file, but you can't able to access it. So that's how ransomware will do. So it doesn't need a particular storage for stealing a huge data. It just need a simple gateway to enter into the system to make it protected. And how that is going to be profitable for them. If they are stealing, it is absolutely fine. They can make money use of it. But sometimes it will not happen. So ransomwares, when it gets protected, right, next, for getting the password, it will be having a banner saying that you need to send so and so cryptocurrencies to us, or else some account details will be there. After that, they'll be removing this password protected, or else they'll be sharing this password for that particularly protected files. So this is how it will happen. They will not steal the data. They will have the data in our device itself, but we need to pay for them. So that's how ransomware will attack. Okay. Uh, so some of the current affairs, you can know, not only this in our India itself, Cognizant faced it during COVID time. Accenture faced after COVID time. So many companies are facing in day-to-day life through ransomware. This is completely because of less knowledge of cyber security by their employees. They may click the unwanted mails, unwanted phishing mails. So due to that only, these ransomware attacks are happening. Okay. Next thing. So as of now, whatever we learned is what is virus, what is ransomware, what is malware, how a cybersecurity is going to protect us, how a job availability is there for cybersecurity. Many will be saying that future is completely based on automatic world, AI. I agree that it will be AI, but not 100%, because man-made can't able to do I mean, humans can overcome AIs based on their brains, because AI needs something input which manpower can only give them. Okay, so not only artificial intelligence, maybe upcoming days it can be some other new technology also can raise. So whatever it is, it needs security. Even artificial intelligence needs security. So that part should be covered only by cybersecurity groups, and there is a huge scope for it. And even packages also, it will be extraordinary, because there are only less number of people in the market now. So for cybersecurity professionals are very, very less now. So that's why there is a huge demand for it. Make use of this and get more benefit out of it. So just want to inform these things. And the advantages of cybersecurity will be, uh, it will defend us from hacks. Like when we know how internet can be secured, it will defend us. It will make us protected in that security world. Not only it is, organization will get affected through this. It will be definitely can be a individual, can be a normal citizen, whoever it is, they can also face this cyber attacks coming soon. So it is really required to know about why security is required, at least for your knowledge purpose. Even though not interested to work in that, definitely it is required to be a basic knowledge for knowing it in this internet world. Okay. And internet security process all the incoming. So whatever you are going to send or whatever you are going to get inside your computer or mobile, whatever it is, you're sending a message or you're sending something, you're receiving something, everything will be scanned through the security. It can be antivirus, whatever it is, but it will be processed through security layer only. And next thing, cyber security will defend from critical attacks. The same thing. So first point and third point will be a kind of same thing. Whatever, even though humans can't able to identify few things in a normal eye, right? But softwares can able to. They are there. That's why the scanning tools are there. They can scan on the entire software and entire content what we received, and they will give us a thumbs up saying that this is good to get opened. So whenever you inject a pen drive, right, automatically scanning will happen. So that's how a cyber security will act in computers. Okay. And next, applications need every week update. So that is simple. So why applications, in the sense they are saying about antivirus. Okay, here it is mentioned like antivirus. Uh, there are security tools like firewalls. A lot of things are there. It needs an update every week. Why? Because it is at least a week. Actually, it should be every day, but it is at least every week. Why? Because hackers are growing and they will be identifying new techniques to inject something in the victim system. Okay, so to avoid that, there will be lot of intakes given by antivirus organization. So for example, if you are using a McAfee antivirus, and what they will be doing is they everyday work is to identify new techniques got attacked in the entire world, and they will provide a solution for it, and they will inject in their software. So that will be received by us as an update while we install the software, right? Every time if we are keep on updating it, our system will get updated with that particular attack, and it will identify the thing whenever we are getting hit by it. So antivirus is simple. It is nothing but history should not repeat. Attack which happened in past, that should not repeat. So whenever attack is happening, right, there should be a solution. Those solution will be inbuilt in this antivirus, and whenever it is again happening in the particular system, it will scan and provide a result saying that this attack is happening. You need to get protected. So that's how alert message will be there. So this is called as antivirus. It is not 100% security, but it is a first layer of security. Okay, so that's how antivirus will happen. Next topic is also the same. Next point is also the same. Security developer will send update every week. So that's what I said. McAfee team will be sending update every week. Not only McAfee, all the antivirus which we are using nowadays is going to act in the same way. Okay. Yeah. To end this session with just few tips, I may advise you guys how to get protected in the cyber world is to use of antivirus that may protect individuals definitely. And next, insert firewalls. Firewalls is not possible for everyone to insert, but if someone is going to have a huge impact, if an attack is going to happen, then firewalls must. Firewalls are nothing but we can able to allow only particular IPs to get in, particular persons to get in. So restrictions will be inbuilt in firewalls. So that's a firewall can be used. And uninstall unnecessary software. If something is not really useful for you, and if it is really not useful for you, and you didn't install something in your system, and it is really not required, then it is not necessary for you. You can uninstall it. Why? To avoid some more attacks based on the bugs in that software. Okay. And next thing is maintain backup. data, whenever you have, if you are having a copy of your program, right, it should be stored in a separate uh, extent. For example, a server is having your program, and a copy of the program should not be available in the same server. It should be available in a different server in different location. So that's why it is really helpful for us to have backup, not only copy and pasting, and keep on having same kind of files in a repeated manner in the same file, same system. That will not help. Backup server should be in a different location, so that some disaster happens means we can have flexibility to access those things there. Okay. And next thing is check security settings. So there are a lot of security settings to be adjusted in our system, mobile, wherever it is. So simple. We can see that your Google Chrome will be accessing cameras, mic, location. So these are all some of the basic level security settings you can able to access in your day-to-day life. So those settings should be corrected. And if that is there, these are all very basic steps to make sure you are protected in internet. Okay, so this is one of the tips to get covered. Next is never use your full name or address to strangers. So as I said before, if it is really required, then you can provide your detail. But if it is really not required, try to avoid it or restrict details, complete detail to be addressed by someone else. So it should be restricted. As I said, social media, it doesn't need your father name or mother name. If it is asking, it is not really required to provide it. So you should be very careful in providing your details and maintain a privacy. So learn more about internet privacies. As I said now, where what is required, if someone is asking your whenever you install some softwares, right, it will be asking a lot of allow options, location, camera, mic, whatever it is, but it is really not required to provide allow for it. You can even deny it. Why you are giving allow means you need to understand that it is really required to for the software for your purpose, to allow camera for it, to allow mic for it, to allow location for it, to allow text message read options for it. So that's all. Privacy is that you need to understand how it is required, what is going to happen, and based on that, you need to act smart and provide controls for it. So these are some of the tips to understand how cybersecurity is going to work. So as of now, we learned about what is cybersecurity and what are the viruses we are going to learn about it. And these are all just a few 2% of cybersecurity. There are a lot more things to learn about cybersecurity, and which is going to be must known things for us. And a lot of very interesting topics and practical sessions, and many more interesting concepts will be there. A mobile hacking practice, mobile hacking session is also available in this session. I mean, in this complete courseware. So it is this complete session concept is to make sure everyone understand how cybersecurity is going to be in future, and what is really required for organizations to make you place. And it will not going to be a kind of you can become a hacker and do so and so activities and all. Cybersecurity is completely different from hacking. A cybersecurity expert is also a hacker who is working to protect from a real black hat hacker. Okay, so that's how our sessions will be, and uh, it is completely depending on us how we take it, and how we are going to make use of it. And uh, not only for job purpose, in day-to-day life it is really required, right? At least awareness should be there. When you learn something, you'll be teaching it to many, and that's how it is going to grow. A single person can able to spread wide of awareness in their family members, friends, whoever it is. So it is really required nowadays to have it, but it is up to the complete interest of it. So we are planning to have a complete courseware of it with the practical sessions and mobile hacking demo. how cryptography is going to work with the practical examples, and you can also try doing those encryption and decryption things live. These are some of the things we are planning, and soon the course will also be ready for it. So please let me know any doubts or any clarifications of it. You can reach us for more in-depth detail about it. Okay, so let's see you in next session. Hope this session was helpful for you guys. Thank you.